It's time to party, everybody. What's up? What's up? What's up? Weekend kickoff. A cheers to you. Everybody, how you're hanging out? We got some Appalachian Outlaws, Lynn jamming out in the background. Before we get this show started and get to the star of our show here tonight, the reason y'all came here to check it out, Captain Ron, he'll be with us in a second. But first, these sponsors that make this show possible. And what's up, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back. Doobie's going to be hopping on here with us in just a second. Hope everybody's happy. We got, it's a party. We got the other Tony, This Grill Life, in the house. Welcome, 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 Tony, and everybody else. But everybody that's here tonight again to see not this beautiful, bald, luscious face that's still a little pasty, but we're working on it. Summer's starting to happen up here now. We're getting there. But a man that's got a beautiful head of hair. He's got a beautiful setup. He uses beautiful charcoal, beautiful big green eggs. He uses fresh fish right out of the ocean. He makes incredible dishes. He makes it look easy. And he's funny while he does it. And he is very handsome and good looking. Captain Ron Diffmeyer, what's up, dude?
Man. What's up, man? How we doing?
Not
with
much.
a lead in like that, where do we go from there? Jeez, oh Pete, man.
I don't know. That's what we brought you on. You're the star, man. Like, keep us going. I can only lead the horse to water, man. Let's go.
That was great, man. Thank you. And you do have a luscious bald face, by the way.
It is, you know.
Yeah. Give a little shine up there.
Oh man, I wish I would have used more product in my younger year like you did. I can tell you that much.
Well, hey man, by the way, cheers.
Hey, cheers, cheers, cheers. Happy weekend to you, man.
Yes.
Yeah, I know, for everybody watching, we got a little chug.
Oh boy.
Peach brandy every Friday, it's a thing. But anyway, so Ron, where about in Florida? I know you're down on the Gulf side in the southern part. Nope. Yep.
I'm on the Atlantic side.
Oh, you're on the Atlantic side. That's right down there. It's only like an hour or so across the other side.
Exactly. Yeah.
You're close to Delray Beach. You're close to Delray.
Yeah, I'm very close to Delray Beach, as a matter of fact. Yeah, I'm in a town called Coral Springs, which is about maybe like 20 minutes northwest of Fort Lauderdale. So if you're at the beach at Fort Lauderdale, just head directly northwest for about 15, 20 minutes, and you are on my driveway.
Ooh. Well, hey, I'd be on that. Nice. With your backyard setup you got, I'd be in your driveway in about 0.2 seconds if I was anywhere.
Well, the door's open for you, man, anytime.
Hey, ditto to you if you ever decide to come up for Ohio for some reason.
I do come up there. Yeah. Be careful, man. I do come up there. Watch out. All of a sudden one day we knock. Holy crap, he showed up here. Look at that.
I'll be like, hey, I ain't got no big green egg, but we got a Gnocchi Joe in the pit. Let's go.
No, yeah, I know what'll happen. You'll be like, shh, Ron's out there. Shh. Close the curtains.
He's better looking in person than I imagined. I can't take this pressure today. Not today.
I want to come on this show every week. That's all there is to it.
You'd be welcome. You'd be welcome. So, okay, Ron, like you've got you work with Fogo. You're a brand ambassador, Big Green Egg. You get to see a lot of events across the country. You're always busy. You're always slammed and packed and jammed going over the weekends to here, there, everywhere. How in the hell did you end up doing this? And is this what you signed up for when you were younger?
Man, let me tell you, in kindergarten when they said, what do you want to be when you grow up? I said, I want to be a barbecue social media influencer. They said, no, you want to be a fireman. We don't even know what that is now. It's so funny because it's just been like the strangest, that Grateful Dead song, what a long, strange trip it's been,
Mm-hmm.
Man, what a long, strange trip it's been. It's not even been that long, but I've been, honestly, I've been so blessed because before the pandemic, I got a green egg. My parents, I always wanted one. My parents bought me one for my birthday one year, I say that, but I was like 42 years old or something, but I'd always wanted one, and they bought me one, and I kind of sat there, and I didn't really use it too much, and I started using it and started really like. I've always had an interest in cooking, and I started using it and really liking it. And I cooked in what's called an egg fest. I signed up to cook in an egg fest, and come to realize it's the biggest one in the country. I signed up. There was like over 1,000 people come through there, so we were just bombed with it. But people were like, man, you got to start an Instagram. You got to start an Instagram. So that's what I did. And it just kind of took off from there. It grew pretty steadily. And then caught the guy at Big Green Egg, and they reached out and asked me to be on their team. And when the pandemic started, I had met the owner of Fogo a couple times, and I've been in like the last couple of minutes of some of his YouTube videos. And he said, when the pandemic started, everybody was home, so everybody was cooking. So our charcoal business went through the roof. So he said, I don't have time to do the videos. Why don't you come make some videos? So I did, and it turned into a full-time thing. And now, I used to be a traveling salesman. Now I stay home and make grilling videos for a living.
Hey, it's a tough job, but someone as good looking as you might as well do it, right?
Yeah, I tell you, man. I just explained the whole thing, and I'm like, wait, did that really happen? Is that really?
I'm
true?
sitting there, and I'm like, okay, I thought it was gonna be a little more sophisticated than that, but cheers.
No, I wish it was something really cooler than that, but it's just a lot of right place, right time, and
Yep.
I try and just I really do try and treat people well and just be nice and treat people the way I want to be treated. And I've just been very blessed that it comes back to me. I'm a firm believer in you get back what you put out. You know what I mean? So,
boy, you fit. Yeah, you're welcome here any week. By the way, with that mentality, because that's literally it. Like, I always be good, do good, good things happen. Like, it's literally 6 words that I live by. Like, it's as simple. I try to dumb stuff down. That's as dumb as I can make it.
Oh yeah. I love it though. I mean, it makes total sense.
Yeah, and then on the COVID stuff, like, I think everybody can relate to that, because I know I can, because this was not here. Like, this was like cinder block painted walls with not even a separated wall before COVID, and we just went ahead and got a bunch of stuff done. We were newer to this house, and my wife was big into social media. Then I was like, I want to make a couple videos picking on my wife about doing social media. And then next thing you know, I started cooking, and people actually liked what I was cooking. And I was like, all right, I guess we're going to call it Dude Food. Then it led to Dude Network. And I was like, all right, we're going to do Dude everything. Just Dude all over the place. Like, yeah. And then,
I love it.
Yeah. So
I think it's great, man.
Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, and I appreciate, the fact that, we have that now. Now that I know that, it's kind of cool that we have that similarity as well, other than both just being exceptionally awesome at life and everything else in between,
Don't forget handsome.
Don't forget No, it's you. I can't put we into that. Yeah. I can't.
Oh, no. Come on.
So have you always been from the Florida area? Because I feel like when I watch you cook, I feel like you would survive on a shack on the beach with a fire pit, or at least a big green egg, a fishing line, and some coconuts, man. Like, everything you do screams tropical and like fresh fish.
Yeah, so I actually grew up in New York, on Long Island, New York. And I think that's where I developed my love for cooking. My grandma cooked, my mom cooked, and everything like that. One of my first jobs was not managing, but working in a pizzeria, and then working my way up to managing a couple stores for them. And I think that's where I really fell in love with cooking. And I think the part of it that I really like is that when I make something and then watching somebody else enjoy it, that's where I get off on.
Yeah.
I love seeing somebody else enjoy something that I created. But I grew up there, but it's kind of funny. I got into water skiing when I lived up there. So New York, cold 9 months of the year, I got into water skiing, but I got quite good at it, actually, barefoot water skiing. And one day I met somebody, and they offered me a job down here, and it wound up being working for the world champion, like my idol guy, that I read about in magazines. And I moved to Florida, worked for him. And that's how I got down here to Florida. That was in '89. I've been here ever since. So.
Well, Long Island still has a pretty big staple of seafood, though. It's still right there on the shore, so it's not. I mean, you.
Oh yeah.
So Long Island, like, some people are like, oh, New York. It's like, well, it's out. I mean, you can get about anything you want, especially some fresh tuna, man.
Yeah,
like, I saw that.
Sorry.
Hello, what's up? How we doing? Welcome to the Dude Network.
Sorry about that.
You should answer, but like, hey, I'm on the Dude Network. Really big deal. I gotta go watch it. Watch it on YouTube.
That's probably what it was. They're probably like, dude, I'm watching you on the Dude Network. Yeah, I mean, Long Island, it is an island. I mean, it's surrounded by water, so it makes sense.
Well, I just saw that tuna you just busted out there, man. I tell you, I know you learned how to cook that tuna steak up in Long Island because I know you get fresh
Oh
tuna up
man,
there off Cape, close to
God,
Cape Cod and all that.
that was so good, so good.
Oh,
So man, and the funny part is it's just the easiest damn thing to make. It's
it
practically
really
raw food.
is. It's so dumb. But like, yeah. Now my favorite's blackened tuna. I'm a blackened tuna, like blacken it up, extra
Yeah,
butter, do it right. Yeah.
butter makes everything better, man.
Have you done everything but seasoned tuna yet?
I
Yeah.
yes,
Because
yes, like
yours
well, no, I've
reminded
done
me of it. Yours reminded me of because it had all that sesame on it, and I was like, man, I remember
yeah.
that
So I use
time I
like
did.
you mean like an everything, but like an everything bagel type of seasoning or something like that? Is that
Yeah,
what you're talking about?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh yeah, absolutly. Yeah, we do that quite a bit. It
yeah.
just adds that
Poppy
little bit of
seeds,
extra
sesame
flavor in there.
seeds. Yeah, a lot of minced garlic.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, speaking.
I'm getting shivers just thinking about it.
Hey, Tina Cannon. Hey, y'all.
Tina, hey girl, pearly
Tina. Hey,
girl.
girl. Hey, hey. Keep kicking ass on Mondays. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she didn't drop her
She's doing
steak on the
great.
ground. Hell no.
Oh man, I know that guy, man. That blew me away. I know him, and that blew me away. I was like, what?
I mean, heat of the moment, and it's either that or you got nothing. I mean, what are you going to do? But yeah, that's like, I hope that, like, you're on a show and then you're the first one out. And that's like I mean, that's honestly your worst nightmare going on a show, being the first one out on doing something like that. And that's first time on national television. And that's what people are going to remember you by because that's how they
Yeah,
painted you. Whew.
yeah, yeah. I don't know if you know. I don't know if you know who he is or not, but man, he's like a championship barbecue award winning. I mean, like I went to
Yeah.
the Shed this year. He won like half the categories at the Shed's steak cook off this. I mean,
You
so
can
it's just
tell he definitely knew his stuff. I mean, you feel like I said, I know that probably that was not him at all. And I mean, just heat of the moment, you're in a competition and everything's filmed and like you make you
yeah.
make choices. But yeah, I mean, you can tell though that he is a stud at the pit. You
Oh,
can tell he's a stud.
oh, yeah. It's funny because when the show was starting, I was telling my girlfriend, I'm like, look at this guy. This guy he might be the most talented person on the entire show. So it was a shame that happened that way. But listen, you know
Yeah.
what? We all get in those situations, and you make a snap decision, and hey, that's what it was. So,
Yeah,
but
it was real hard to watch. But anyway, but you know what? Tina moves on. Tina still alive.
yeah, baby,
Tina's still
Tina's
fighting.
awesome.
That's right.
Tina's
The
awesome. I love her.
championship queen, they've coined her on this show.
That's right.
Except
It's a
they
good coin
can't
too.
talk about the one championship that she won because it's on another network.
Different network. Yeah, exactly.
I was like, they can't even give you any love on it. I was like, that sucks.
What I
So
want to know is
man, you
when's the
got
Dude Network Barbecue Championship coming?
yeah, we're gonna do it. Let's just do it.
I'm
We'll just go down your backyard. You got enough big green eggs. You got enough for everybody. We can
got
get fire.
27 grill. I got 27 grills back here. We can make something work.
That's actually a very impressive specific number.
It's like a junkyard back here, man.
It's like, oh, one broke. Or how just go back to lot 26A back there and take the left hexagon bolt off, bring it up, we'll put it in, we'll good as new.
Yeah, the funny part is everybody's like, man, you must have a giant yard. I'm like, no, actually, I really don't have a giant yard at all. There's no room to walk around.
We're just really good at Plinko or Jenko.
Yeah, right. Too much.
So you're down there, you got all the fish, man. Like the skewers you did. I had never seen that style of a cook before, where you just put the red snapper. That red snapper you put on there. You just had them gutted, head, eyeballs, fins, everything just gutted. Split them down, one whole onion, another grouper, and then I like that lemon because I am a sucker for cooked lemon. I love the way a lemon cooks down and sweetens up.
Yeah.
I mean, but I was surprised at the flavor going down through it. But man, like, where the hell did you learn that? That was nice.
I didn't. A buddy of mine owns that company, Trompo King at Spike. It's a fish with an upright spike in it. So he developed that for making al pastor and for making shawarma. So I'm always looking for something different. I've made hams on it. I make turkey breasts on it. Like I'll stand up a turkey breast on it and make it like that. But the thing about it is that because what happens is that the air can get all around it. I mean, everything cooks super evenly. So I had the idea for fish because I cook fish on the grill, man, and I don't know. I just the skin sticks and it becomes a mess and it just looks gross. Tastes great. but it looks gross, you know. So I wanted to try this out. So I did that. What I did actually, I cut those onions because I wanted that rawness. So I kind of pierced them a little bit too, and put them on there. And then when I put the fish down on it, I actually kind of put the fish that this cavity went around the onion like that, so that the meat was sitting right on the onion, so it kind of absorbs some of the flavor. I'll tell you what, you know, I just dreamed that up one day, and I'm so glad I did. It worked.
Did it work out
great.
like that? Oh
My
man.
God, it worked out better than I could have hoped for. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. They were strawberry grouper, actually. They look like red snapper. They were called strawberry grouper.
I say, yeah, it was really small because I've caught.
Yeah.
I went fishing one time, and that would have been like a really small red snapper. Like I don't even know if that would have been legal to keep if it was a red.
I was gonna say I don't think it would be legal. I don't even think so. You know, I happen to be in Restaurant Depot and walking through the seafood department. I'm not even a big fish eater, but I saw those. I was like, those would look great on Instagram. I got to figure out something to do with those. You know, so
mission accomplished.
Mission
accomplished.
They were so good. Yeah.
You're not a big seafood guy. I'm surprised.
I'm really not. My girlfriend has really kind of gotten me into it. You know what? Some of my experiences with seafood has been just fishy tasting seafood, you know, like kingfish, just straight out, and it's just oily and fishy, and I almost get like a gag reflex when it comes to that kind of flavor. But she's really got me eating a lot of different fish now, and I'm kind of glad too, because man, I was missing out. That grouper was just incredible.
Oh, grouper, yeah. Up here it'd be similar to like a walleye. If you have a nice white, flaky, fleshy fish, oh, it's delicious. Sure. Absolutely delicious. Yeah. So I guess then if you had to go with it, if it wasn't seafood, then since you're not a big fishy guy, steak guy, chicken guy, pork guy, lamb guy, whatever else kind of guy, veggie guy.
All of it. Not a big lamb fan. I just made some recently that was really good though, so I kind of changed my mind.
We talked about it.
Yeah, so I went somewhere else and had some like thin cut lamb chops that were just charred, had like a super char on the outside. Man, oh man, I could have eaten about 100 of those things. That were so good, you know. Man. So I'm learning. I'm trying to keep my mind open to things, because things that I've tried when I was younger, for some reason they taste different now. My uncle used to say, "You don't like onions? Don't worry, young kid. As you get older, they'll change the flavor." You know. So stuff I didn't like as a kid, I like now. But yeah,
that's true. There's a lot of truth in that too. Like I used to hate pot roast. Hate stew, but now that I know how to cook it the way I like to eat it, like I love roast. Yeah, I love it. Hey, he's talking about lamb. Quick name drop. It's like they read my mind whenever they saw your post or something, because Meat Again Inc., one of the sponsors, actually sent me a couple small racks of lamb to work with, and I tell you what, Ron, I might have to steal your recipe and tweak it a little bit to make me, because I can't duplicate. That's just plagiarism. I got to make it on my own, but you're going to be the inspiration. So,
thanks, man.
But Meat Again Inc., man, they sell lamb chops. They'll deliver right to your doorstep. I mean, and they look amazing. So I think I'll do like some kind of lamb lollipops with them or something like that.
Very nice. Was it Meat Again? Is that the name?
Yep. Until we meet again, but MEAT. Very clever.
Yep.
Family-run business since 1978 out of, well, I'll show you here, Biloxi.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you know, we just get hooked up here, man. We just make it rain names all the time.
That's great. I love it. Hey, there's a reason for that, right?
Yeah. So, Ron, like I said, you get to travel all around the country doing all these cooks and all these events. I'm going to put you on the spot here a little bit.
Sure.
Coolest one you ever got to go to, or there's one a year that you get to go to for Big Green Egg or Fogo, where it's like, I ain't missing that one. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to say it's probably Big Green Egg's own festival they have that they throw up there in Atlanta. It's called Eggtoberfest, actually. And it's a great event. You know, last week was Memphis in May, and I wanted to get there so badly. I'm not a comp guy. I've helped out in a couple, but I'm just not a comp guy. I'm going to maybe start this year a little bit, but I would have loved to have been to that. But yeah, that would probably be the one. That I've been to some really cool egg fests. Actually, I cooked right next to Tina in one in Chattanooga. We had a great time. It was a great venue, you know. So it was really great. I enjoyed that.
Yeah,
Tina will be there. Yeah, she will.
She said she's going to be there.
Yep.
And then she also said, "Tell Ron to do his brow thing before the show is over."
You know, it's so funny. Stupid Instagram.
Stupid Instagram. He said.
My daughter, like, I don't know. I was filming something one day. My daughter's like, "You gotta do something cool that people remember." I was like, "Yeah, that's a good idea," you know. And she goes, That's it. Do that. So I've like
Oh,
done that a
thanks,
couple times.
honey.
Now people actually ask for it. I'm like, come on, you know,
Oh, out of all the things, like,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
when you have
admit,
caterpillars for eyebrows, you can do that, you know.
no one's used a voiceover of my hundreds of videos I've done, and one that was complete like that chicken one bite, let's go challenge, and like 8 people did it. I was like, that's the one. I'm like, that's the one. All the funny shit I've
Yeah.
done, that's the one. Like, get out of here. At this
Yeah, that's
point,
how
I'm
it
just
goes,
wondering
man.
if
That's
Doobie made it back all right. He said he's going to be a couple minutes late. We're 21 minutes into this thing. Doobie, text me if all is well. Hopefully, he didn't pop that. Hopefully, didn't pop that Elijah Craig before he got home.
Oh man, too funny.
So okay, so now is there one? You don't have to be too specific. I don't want to. I don't want to get you in trouble here. Have there been any
Sure.
that you've been to and you're like, "What a cluster! Get me out of here! This is ridiculous."
Not really. There used to
That's
be
great.
one actually down in the Keys. There was one down in the Keys that it was a little bit disorganized and like that. It was about 198 degrees down there. We're in a parking lot, and it's kind of in between a building and the road, but they had this giant hedge, so there was no breeze, there was no anything. It was just straight hot. They had no fans, no misters or anything like that, and it was just hot, man. We like melted that day. So it probably seemed a whole lot more miserable than what it really was, but they stopped that one that year anyway. I guess their store got sold or something. But that would be the only thing. They're usually, the community's so great. That's what makes these events really great.
Has there been like honestly, if the community sucks, you're not doing this full time because you're like, it ain't worth the BS.
Nope.
Right.
No.
Right.
No, not at all. I got to do something. Got to do something that you enjoy and have fun with. You know what I mean? So if you're not having fun, why do it?
Yeah. I've been wondering about that in my everyday my work life until
I've got that's like 3/4 of my life, so I really
yeah.
but I know. But
Let's just say I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah, I have a feeling you'd even take the crappy stuff and make it a good time. Though I just get that feeling.
Yeah, life's a garden, dig it.
That's
As Joe Dirte would say.
Oh, dear I know. That's funny. I love it.
Uncle Tony, what are you watering the garden with tonight? Tonight is Busch Light, but also Cleveland Whiskey. Always Cleveland Whiskey, another proud partner of the Dude Network. This is the Underground Series. Hey, Ron, I know you're not like a big guy on the drinking, but for cooking with bourbon, this is actually a really cool series because they use different kinds of woods to pressurize it. So they have like an apple wood, a honey locust, or a black cherry, applewood, sugar maple. So you get bourbons that they do age in oak barrels for a few months. So it is traditionally, bourbon, American bourbon, but then they pressurize it and use a unique distilling process so they get extra flavors. So this stuff's
cool.
Pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty smooth. It's actually a little too smooth right there, but hey, appreciate the tee up, Jay Regular. Hey, thanks for the tee up, Jay Regular. That's why we have the best dudes and dudettes out there in the game. Yeah, thank you for that. So so explain to me an egg fest. Like, so is it like a comp, like using eggs, or is it just like a show off? You said people show up to cook. Like, I guess there was one here this year because again, I'm still kind of new to the smoking. Everyone's probably like, God, what an idiot doesn't know what egg fest is. I don't own a Big Green Egg. I don't really know much about that community. That's why I got you on here because I'm trying to pick your brain to teach everybody, including myself, selfishly. So how does an egg fest work? Is it a competition? Is it just a gathering? Go.
Sure. Well, let me start with this, okay? If you want to know about the Big Green Egg community like that, picture, if you will, a cult. It's surrounded around a grill. Okay, that's what it is. That's how fanatical people are about these things, including myself. All right.
Yeah. Well, they look.
So an egg fest is really. Yeah. Well, they are. Well, what I like about them is you can really do anything with them. It's a smoker, it's a grill, it's an everything. But the egg fest. So what they are is it's put on by Big Green Egg dealers. And it's a way to promote their product and everything like that. So what they'll do is they'll pre-sell demo eggs, and they may have 30 eggs. Big Green Egg gives them a better deal on the eggs. Then they sell them at a discount, and then cook teams can sign up. Like I know you just had one up there. So cook teams can sign up, but the cook teams have to bring all their own food, all their own equipment, except for the eggs. The eggs are there. Some like let you use a tent or table and something like that. But pretty much you're bringing all your own stuff. But it's a chance for eggheads to get together and find a bunch of like-minded people, get out, showcase your skills. Some people I usually cook one thing all day long. I'll cook the same thing all day long. Or some people come out and cook 3 or 4 or 5 different things throughout the day. From 9 to 11, I'll have this. 11 to 12, I'll have this. And just it gives you a chance to see some of the different things that people can do with these things. And I'll tell you what, man, there are some creative sons of bitches out there, man. And talented.
Any examples? Anything that sticks in your head, you're like, holy that was
okay. So there's one over on the other coast of Florida. These guys, the barbecue nerds. They're big green egg guys. A guy and girl, as him and his wife, and they always come up. I call them the mad scientists of barbecue because they come up with some crazy stuff. So they had what's it called? A Nutter Butter Finger, the peanut shaped cookie.
Yeah.
I think it's called. With. Oh my God! I wish my girlfriend was here right now. It had a piece of fruit or something like that, and then that was wrapped in bacon, and they cooked it it was just. Oh, it was a banana. They took that, put a banana on either side of it, wrapped that in bacon, and cooked that on the grill. Oh my God,
a
man!
bacon wrapped banana on the grill.
A Nutter Butter with pieces of banana around it, wrapped in bacon and cooked on the grill.
What the hell is wrong with people? I want to kiss them, but shake them at the same time.
I just popped 2 belt loops just thinking about it, man.
What would have made it better is if they would have changed out the Nutter Butter with Oreo pie filling or something like that, man.
Yeah, have you ever done bacon wrapped Oreos?
No, but I need to.
Yes, you do.
I've heard it's an experience. Yeah, it's. I guess it's so far. By the time I got into smoking, that was such an old trend that it's
You know what? That's all right. So
but that's
a year and a half ago. Was that?
No, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say a year and a half ago, this corn ribs thing came out where you quarter an ear of corn and you cook it like that. Have you seen those? It was a big thing that blew up on TikTok a year and a half ago. I just made them the other day for a YouTube video. I'm like, yes, I was the last one to the party, but that's okay. It's a good thing. I'm still gonna make it. So, hey, what? If you got to keep this stuff alive, otherwise it just dies out. It's fun cooking too.
I like to incorporate the trendy things and then make it and then use it as a part of another dish. That's one thing. Like the smoked cream cheese, awesome fat. I was ahead of the game on that one, and then I even took it to where I was adding pepper jelly, really fruity
Absolutely.
jelly on top of it, smoking that on there with it, and it was for crackers. It was amazing. But then I was I bet this would be really good on street corn instead of mayonnaise. And then so I did smoked cream cheese street corn. I'm oh, I'm the first one to do this, and I was I took the trend and then I put it on something else. So yeah.
I love you, man. I love you.
I don't deserve you, man. I tell you.
That's great, though, man. That's great.
Oh, so
I think we're the same in that way, though. I did the same thing with the cream cheese, but I put a spicy pepper jelly on it, and I put jalapeno rings on it when I made it too.
Yeah.
And a chunk of guava. Have you ever had guava jelly?
Ooh.
Make that smoked cream cheese and just lay it on top of a brick of guava jelly. Oh, dip a cracker through there.
Man, that sounds really good.
Got me all up in my feels.
I know. Hey, speaking of all up in the fields, we got salty tails in the house. Hey, what's that?
Oh no, there goes the neighborhood.
There goes the neighborhood. Well, look at the time. Gotta go.
He's a great guy. He's a really good guy.
He really is, man. He is absolutely amazing. But we got all the good peeps. We got all the good feels in the house here tonight, man. No, he's awesome. Jose is awesome. He is amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks to you guys. I got to meet him. So yeah, he has definitely been an awesome everything. So
he's got a great YouTube also.
Yeah, I think he's up to 100 and close to 140,000 now. I think close to 150. Yeah. Hey, let's go.
Oh, man. Salty Tails channel.
Yep, Salty Tails. Hello, Captain. He says, "Hello, Captain."
Hola.
So, okay, so we're talking about trends. What's one thing that you saw on there that you got into cooking, and you're no way, that's good. But I'm gonna go for it, and you're son of a bitch, that's actually good.
I don't know. That's a good question. You should have pre-warned me about this. I would have thought about this today a little more. I don't know.
You get raw
I can't really
reactions
come
when I
up with
put you on
one.
the spot, man. I don't like staging.
Yeah, I was sitting here like turning red. Like
I don't know is an acceptable
nothing.
answer. I mean, people will be disappointed, all a million people watching, but that's on you, not on me. So.
Yeah, I don't know because there's not. I can't really say there's too much that I've tried that I haven't liked. I mean, if these things go popular, what was good was that feta and tomato melt. Did you see that? That
Oh
blew up for a
yes.
while.
Oh
Man,
man,
that was pretty good.
that was really
Put
good.
that over some pasta. Ooh.
Someone put Chris Prouty smoked Cheez-Its. He likes smoked Cheez-Its. I
Never
haven't done
had
it.
it, but I've seen it.
I like that it's versatile, that you can do a lot, because a lot of times there was like the Blazing Star, where they're doing like that scorpion rub, and I'm like, God, like that stuff's supposed to be like hotter than the Carolina Reaper booters, whatever the hell you want to call them. But yeah, I was like, I think that would be good, but with like a seasoning that I like about it.
So the funny part is I have a jar of pickles in my refrigerator right now with Blazing Star rub in it, marinating, because I was going to take it, then I was going to wrap the pickle slices in bacon and cook them on the thing. Then Dark Side of the Grill today posted a thing with bacon wrapped pickle slices. I was like,
Let's
man, you
hey,
just
let's
stole my whole thing.
hey, let's do something different. Let's
But
one up them.
I've already got it. I've already got it.
All right. Let me do it, and then you can tell me if I'm in the same headspace here as Captain Ron. Screw bacon. Screw bacon.
Yep. Wait, do you want me to write down my idea?
Okay. Capicola or some prosciutto wrapped. Yeah.
Yeah. Prosciutto, absolutely. I was going to do pickle, put a little slather of cream cheese down it, and wrap it in prosciutto and cook it like that.
Oh.
That was exactly it. Prosciutto to me is the new bacon. I'd rather do prosciutto than bacon all day long right now. All day long. Love it.
I'd like to do anything that hangs out and ages naturally over 3 years. It's obviously going to be better for you than anything with a lot of nitrogen in it.
No doubt, man. No doubt. That's not to take anything away from bacon, of course,
No. This is the Dude Network. This is not Mother Russia. Yeah, we are very pro bacon. Yes. Tall Tales, the smoked cream cheese. Ask him about it. He says the smoked cream cheese. I think he came on right after talking about the smoked cream cheese.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. We talked about that. He actually was there when we did the cream. He was actually with me when we did the cream cheese with the jalapenos and stuff on. He did a different version too. He mixes it up. He's another one that likes to take stuff and take the trend like you were just saying, and then mix it up a little bit, add his own twist to it. And I think to me, that's what this is all about. Is that, listen, there's not a lot of original ideas out there. Okay?
There's not.
Look, a bacon wrapped pork loin,
Yeah,
but you take it, I take it and in Philadelphia there's a sandwich. Everybody thinks they're Philly cheesesteak. Well, there's a better sandwich there. It's an Italian pork sandwich, and it's pork marinated, and it's served with sauteed broccoli rabe and really sharp provolone. So I took that and stuffed that inside of a pork loin recently. I took the pork loin, butterflied it open, put that stuff inside there. Man, killer stuff, just killer stuff.
I like to take those pork loins, and it's pork loin, such a universal meat, and I like to season it based on the time of year. Like I did the pork loin on New Year's Eve, and I stuffed it with sauerkraut and mashed potatoes. So I had all three on one.
Yeah. Love it.
So I love it. So again, anybody that's just hopping on here with us, we are with Captain Ron 302, Ron Dimpfelmeyer. Is that German, by the way?
That is German.
I figured that out because there was a lot of German people liking our post today. So I kind of put two and I was like, oh, the Meyer. I was like, got it. I was like, all right. So he is he's actually he is with Big Green Egg. He's on the Big Green Egg team. Gets to travel and cook with Big Green Egg, but his main job is he works with Fogo Charcoal. And Fogo Charcoal, give an opportunity to plug Fogo, because obviously you believe in the product or you wouldn't put your whole name and reputation behind it. Plug Fogo, what they've done for you, why Fogo is so good for you in your life, and what everything you've had them with.
Sure. And let me preface it by saying, everybody says, oh, yeah, sure, of course you're going to say good things about them. They pay you. Well, I do work for them. Yeah. I used Fogo before I ever knew anybody at the company or anything. I used Fogo Charcoal, and that's, you can go back before and see it. That's documentable. I love the product. A little bit about them, their charcoal, it's kind of really sustainable. The wood itself comes out of El Salvador. And a real quick story. So down in El Salvador, they grow coffee beans, and they have to grow these shade trees to shade the coffee plantations. Well, they're constantly trimming them and cutting them back and everything like that because they grow really fast. It's called inglewood. It's not oak. It's not mesquite, anything like that. It's its own kind of tree. So really, we've like contracted with all of the plantations down there, and we collect all of their wood that they basically trim. You know, we actually added trees into the environment last year. We actually added, I think, I forget the number. I don't want to say a number if I'm wrong, you know, but it was a pretty good size number of trees that we planted.
It was a lot.
A whole lot of trees. Yeah, thank you.
So many.
And yeah, like way too many. But so we're not out cutting down rainforests. Everybody's like, oh, charcoal, you know. But and I like it because it's clean burning. It burns for a long time. I don't get that overly smoky. You know, I'm a barbecue guy. I smoke foods for a living, but I don't like super smoky foods. I don't want to bite into something and just taste smoke. It gives you that little kiss of smoke, and I really like the product. It just always really worked well for me. That's
see, I didn't know that. I actually thought Fogo was acacia wood. I thought it was acacia.
No, everybody thinks it's a blend of hickory and this, that, the other thing.
I knew it wasn't that. I wouldn't disrespect the name like that. Never.
Yeah, and we have two different bags. You can see one here is the black bag here. That's kind of like our grilling charcoal. It's a medium sized chunk. We have one that's super premium. I have literally opened up the bag, poured out, and taken a piece out that like I held like this, and it was actually bigger than my head. So like you had a piece of charcoal literally like this big. You know, it can almost be too big. You have to break it up a little bit. Sometimes it's so big, but it's great for low and slow for smoking. You know, so it's a super premium for that. Black bag for grilling.
Yep, and it's also great on the Big Green Egg.
No doubt. If you're using a Big Green Egg or Kamado grill and you're not using some kind of lump charcoal, you're doing something wrong. It was made for cooking these things.
Yeah, because you put all kinds of lighter fluid in a Big Green Egg, right?
Oh, God. All right, listen, thanks for having me. I'm losing you. I'm going through a tunnel.
What? Hear you.
Too much. No lighter fluid ever. We don't even allow it in the house. It's not even allowed in the house, you know.
I tell you what, all I wanted to do was find like 3 blooper videos of someone destroying an egg and breaking it. And I found like one of like where they flung the lid open and it fell off. You could tell they probably went like whoosh, like Rambo style. Yeah,
it happens. Yeah. You know, like anything else you use it.
But no, like there's no videos out there of Big Green Eggs like failing.
No, there's plenty of pictures though. I've seen tons of them on different websites, on different Big Green Egg groups and Facebook and things like that. And it just hurts to see.
You just think though, with like the world of recording, that somebody would have got recorded one of a Big Green Egg just whoosh.
Nobody wants to admit to it, I guess.
That is true. That's true.
The one that really hurt. So I have a blue Big Green Egg over here that back in the late 90s, Big Green Egg made like 190 of them in blue for some reason or another. And I managed to pick one up used. I've seen a couple of those broken. Now that's tough because you can't replace it. You know, if it's the blue piece and it's broken, you're not replacing it. You know, so that one, I've seen that, and that really does hurt. They do not fail to cook them.
Oh my God. Doobie,
oh boy.
Doobie just came in with a shotgun. Doobie just came in with. He's on vacation.
Wrong.
I'm here, bro. I'm here.
Doobie just came in like a banshee. What just happened? Like, who is this man? What happened to Doobie? He hasn't had a beer on this show in the last like 5 weeks, and that's what he just opened up with, Ron. So
that was awesome.
Hey man, I was like, hey, I'm late, but I came to play, you know.
Hey, if you're come in strong, right?
I appreciate. Hey, I'm rubbing off on the guy, or he's rubbing off on me. Something's happening here, but I like it. I can tell you that. Oh man,
that was excellent.
That was great. So I know I was asking you the one thing. Let's go.
I'm gonna grab my iPad, but I'll be right back because
that's fine. Tina said on the Big Green Egg, they do not fail. The cook does. We can agree that that's.
Oh, where'd I go?
No, Doobie's in here. He drinks one beer and starts fat thumbing everything. One shotgun, he's out.
God damn lightweights.
I tell you what, man, white people. I tell you every time, man. So Tina said they do
That's
not
funny.
fail, the cook does. So yeah, we could agree that Big Green Egg is So that's funny though. Like you have 100 out of 190. That Blue Green Egg's probably worth some money. There are probably some.
It is.
As you said, it's a cult, and where there's cult, there's a lot of interest on items
doubt,
like
no
that
doubt.
as well.
No doubt. I was when I went to buy it, before I even got to the house to buy. Excuse me. Before I even got to the guy's house to buy it, I was getting phone calls, and one guy offered me 3 times what I was going to pay for it. I hadn't even bought it yet. You know, so I had told a couple of people that I was going to get it, and then they told me all of a sudden it was like the grapevine, you know. I'm like, how did you know about that? Well, this one told me and that one told him, and I'm like, oh my God. He's like, come on, you got one for my showroom. I'm like, I'm not selling it. No way. You know, it's my baby. No way. I waited for a long time to find one.
When was the last time you cooked on it, or is it you just look at it?
I never lit it. I've never lit it once.
Afraid?
Yeah. Listen, like I said, something breaks on it, you're not replacing it. You know, period. That's it.
Come on, man. Put like one lump of charcoal in it and do like one hot dog. Like a quick one. You can
especially since I've been so like crazy and fanatical about not lighting it. The moment that I go near it with something to light it, it's gonna break, you know. So no way. No.
You manifested some bad energy on that thing.
Nope. That's right, man. Yeah, no way.
I feel like we should come up with a bet. If you lose, you have to cook a hot dog on the Blue Green Egg. Nothing.
No. I'm gonna go straight ass. I'm gonna go straight ass boring guy on this one, man. Sorry, that ain't happening.
Oh no, that's good stuff. No, I would too. I'd just sit there and just drink one of these cold bush lattes, and I'd be like, "Cheers, little buddy." And you go like,
"There it is."
Yeah, like yeah. So at these events, have you ever got to meet some really cool people that you would have never expected on like the celebrity circuit outside of the cooking world, where you're like, "Oh, hey, like this dude's eating my ribs. Hope you enjoy."
Yeah, you know, there's been like a couple football players have come through and stuff like that, you know, but you know, I think that the best thing for me at some of these events is getting like, I don't want to say recognized, but getting some validation, you know, like I mentioned I was up at the Shed, you know where the Shed barbecue is, you know those who they are?
Yeah. I've heard of them.
Okay. They usually win the whole hog in Memphis in May, and they're crazy in such a great way. They just go to have fun, man. Like their smoker is a Jeep that they converted into a smoker.
That's awesome.
So, oh boy, hold on. So that's pretty badass. Yeah. So, but the guy that runs it, his name is Brad Arson, and I went up to the FCA event, and you know we've never spoken before and everything like that. But he's going around like after the competition, they had this cook-off where they take the winner of each event and they had to cook against each other, you know. So he's walking around the thing and he's got this crazy suit on, this big straw hat, you know, and he's got long curly hair. He's just a fun dude, you know. He's walking around and he's announcing, and all of a sudden he's walking past me, and all of a sudden he goes, and he's in the middle of a sentence, he goes, throws down his microphone and just hugs me and goes, "Captain Ron, I'm a huge fan of yours." I was like, I made it. You know what I mean? It was like such a great moment, you know. I'm like, oh my God, you know, that kind of blew me away. So that kind of falls in with what you're asking, I think.
Yo, absolutely. Yeah, anything. Yeah, absolutely anything. And I'm with you on the cooking, man. I think the only reason I cook is to watch other people eat and maybe smile. You know, it's like, man, I think that's like the ultimate compliment. Not in it for the money, not in it for the fame, not in it for anything else. What are you getting ready to do now, Doobie? Getting ready to do a bottle chug? Oh, he's got the Eliza Craig small batch. Woo! Man, he is living his best vacation life right now.
Hey, it's a kickoff to the weekend, man. I'm doing it right.
The shotgun was cool. Shotgun was cool. You want to impress me? Shotgun that thing.
Yeah. That's okay. So we got a good. We have a good question from the crowd here. How is the egg different from the normal Busch Light Drinking Man grill? That's a good question that I think a lot of people. Big Green Eggs are expensive, so Captain Ron. I worked once upon a time. I had a sales manager named Big Ron, so my apologies on that. You are way cooler than that guy. But so justify the price tag of a Big Green Egg and why it's worth what they charge.
Sure. Well, you know, I'm not out here to disparage other grills. You know, like I said, I have a slew of other grills back here that I like and use too. But the one thing about it, they're made from 1.5-inch thick ceramic. They retain heat incredibly well. You can have your egg burning at 300 degrees, shut it down. The charcoal is going to go out almost instantly. Within 5 minutes, your charcoal's out. That thing's going to hold temperature. You come back an hour later, it's still at 250 degrees because it retains the heat so well. The other thing, they have a full lifetime warranty. I mean, I know guys that have had their egg 15 years. All of a sudden, the dome cracks for some reason or another. They just take a picture of it, go to the local dealer, and 2 days later, they have a new dome there. So there's a lot of things about it. You can use it as a grill, you can use it as a smoker, and once you learn it, it's really, really simple to use. It's very efficient, I guess is what it is. Like Weber kettle, great grill. I mean, just an absolutely great all-around grill. But it's not going to have the same thermodynamics, if that's the right word I'm looking for, as something like the Big Green Egg. But it's a different grill though. They're not meant to do the same thing.
Well, in Big Green Egg, you can cook a whole brisket. You can cook a whole brisket on a Big Green Egg, can't you?
No doubt about it. I did 2 the other day on one. Yeah, on my XL, I can put 2 or 3 briskets on there. Yeah.
So
and here's the other thing is that I've cooked in my extra large egg. I filled it up and I've cooked on it for 24 hours straight, literally 24 hours straight at 250 degrees, and still had a bunch of charcoal left. So I probably could have gone for another 6 or 8 hours cooking in that thing on one load of charcoal.
Man, that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah. But if I didn't do it myself, I probably wouldn't believe it.
Doobie, you gotta unmute yourself.
I was just saying that's crazy efficient.
Yeah.
I know. Doobie's in a wind tunnel.
Yeah, the gates are rattling, and it just sounds like a horror movie over here or something.
Where do you live, Doobie?
Right now, I'm up in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
cool. During the week, but yeah.
Nice. I love Albuquerque. I've been out there a bunch of times.
Yeah, it's a good place. There's lots to do. There's lots of food trucks, lots of different restaurants. I think we have more breweries per capita than like any state. So
yeah, that's cool.
Really?
That's very cool. And you got beautiful countryside there, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're like 30 minutes away from mountains, or you could go to like a really cool desert terrain that you can only see here. You go to a lake, like you're always an hour away from like a cool lake. It doesn't take too long to get to like a forest.
Home of the elusive diaper trout, if we do that.
If you go to Elephant Butte, you'll get some interesting things in your. You'll have like your fish that you're reeling in. You might catch in a diaper or a trash bag on the way to.
Yeah, that's there's diaper trout is a thing on the Dude Network, and it's only home in
diaper trout. Huh?
Diaper trout, yeah, we call it diaper trout. But I think even the Big Green Egg could save a diaper trout and turn it into something fairly edible. It would just have a nice
diaper trout tastes like shit though.
See what you did there, this guy, all night. That's why he's the captain right there.
Thank you. I'll be here all
day. Yeah. So Doobie, I know we've talked with Ron. He grew up in Long Island, transplant down to South Florida. Recently got into seafood. He talked about his how the Fogo thing started, like COVID, everything like that. And I think we talked about some other things in the first 40 minutes. But did you have any questions for him going into tonight that you wanted to get out of Captain Ron here? I know you wanted to hop on here sooner than what you had to. But, yeah, ask away, man. I know you had something for him.
I mean, I see you cook you cook a lot of different things. It's hard to say that you're in one particular, like you're not just a barbecue guy. You're not just a like on the grill guy, or like you can pretty much cook everything from what I've seen. So what's your favorite type of foods to cook? Like if you had to narrow in like a favorite genre, where's that at for you?
That's the one question I usually have a problem with, because like you just said, I enjoy cooking so much different stuff. I'll cook sausage today, and then I'll do something I'll cook a pepper dish tomorrow, with peppers,
Right.
So I like making something out of nothing, taking a basic ingredient and then kind of transforming that into something even cooler. I like to stuff that, like I said, we talked about pork loins before. Take pork loins and stuff them with different things. I like to mix it up a little bit and just do some different things, rather than I just don't want to be that guy that cooks a steak and then shows you the crust, and that's what I do on every video. I just don't want to be that guy. I want to be that guy to go, what's Captain Ron going to cook today? Let's see what he's got going today. So that's kind of where I'm at, I guess. Some variety. I love beef. God, I just love steak.
Yeah. Okay. What favorite steak? Are you ribeye strip or what? Picanha? I mean, what are we doing?
So you just nailed all three of them right there. I'll leave now. You just talk for me, okay? Picanha is definitely way up there. You know, it's just, I mean, you can't beat it. That beefy flavor, that nice fat cap on there, so good. But I've always been a ribeye guy. But I got to tell you, man, we've been cooking for Fogo in these different events. I've been cooking some prime New York strip roasts. I've been cooking them and then cutting them into steaks and then like caveman searing the steaks. Man, oh man, that's good. You get a good New York strip. I got to tell you. It'll give a good ribeye, a run for its money. That's for sure.
I am a New York strip person. Now I will say, cooking at that SCA where I got to cook a prime ribeye, and I did it like all the right things and took my time. Now that was probably the best steak I've ever had. But I am a strip steak guy because I don't like a lot of fat and gristle. Some people like the fat and gristle specifically, and I can't get over the texture of it. I'm paying for 12 ounces. I want 12 ounces of red meat. Like I like my strip steak. Yeah.
So are you like me when you buy a brisket? The other day I bought a 15-pound brisket. I trimmed off 4.5 pounds of fat off it. Ninja Salty Tales, he was there with me. 4.5 pounds off a 15-pound brisket. I was like, that doesn't make $3.99 a pound any bit better of a deal than anything else right now, you know?
No.
Don't even. Hey, ask Doobie if I trim
under 4. I will say that I am very appreciative that it's back under 4 because for a while I was paying like $5.50 for prime. You know,
no doubt.
And it's like it's ridiculous. You know, and I'm out here trying to sell it, so it's like. And the shitty thing is like you're saying, you cut off 3 or 4 pounds of it, then you cook it, and then it shrinks half again. You know,
you got a burger. You got a burger when you're done.
You know, you're like, man. So
yeah, man,
brisket's pickle. You know, it'll get you for sure.
What's brisket?
Are you a fat cap up guy or a fat cap down guy? That's another question we always ask everybody.
Well, you know, on the egg, a lot of times you want to do it with the fat cap down because if not, the way the egg works, the fire comes straight from the bottom and it hits the ceramic deflector, which is also conducting heat. So you get a real lot of heat on the bottom, and it can really dry out that bottom layer, and you almost kind of lose that whole bottom layer. So on an egg, I like to do mine fat cap down. If I'm using a different kind of smoker, like an offset smoker or something like that, I'm fat cap up. Yeah, we do actually.
Let's go, Doobie's happy.
I like it.
Yeah.
Pineapple on pizza. What's your stance?
There's not pineapple on pizza. I have no stance. There is no pineapple on pizza.
Oh man, tough. We got
no, so listen, man. I grew up working in pizzerias in New York, man. They would throw me out if I ever visited back again.
Yeah, yeah. You came out a Long Island boy on that one. Yeah.
Long Island. Yeah. But you know what's good though? Okay, so here now this is going to be close, right? So we make calzones on the grill too. You want to make something good? Make a ham and pineapple calzone with the ricotta cheese inside that. Oh man, now that you're talking. That's really good.
Oh man, I bet some spinach in that would be money too.
Oh God, man, I feel like you're hitting on me when you say that.
Yeah. I mean, I am.
I'll throw some fresh off in there. That'd be money.
Hey, Doobie, I'm surprised Doobie.
What's prime?
Go ahead.
What's prime brisket selling for you guys right now?
I don't know. Never bought it.
I got a case today of prime brisket. It was like $220.
What?
I got 4 of them in there, so I was pretty happy walking out of Sam's Club today.
No doubt. Good Lord.
It's like, all right.
Wow.
That's the way to start the vacation right. You know?
No doubt. No wonder you came in shotgun. I'd be shotgunning beers too if I was getting prime for $220. Hell, even Ron would have shotgunned the beer.
Oh, yeah.
I'm thinking about doing it now just because I'm so happy for it.
Yeah. Hey, I'm surprised Doobie didn't roast me whenever he's asking, like, how much, like, do you trim off briskets? Because if I have a 15-pound brisket, I'm left with about 5 pounds. Ask Doobie.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want him to trim a brisket for you.
It's bad.
At least not yet. You know, there might not be much of a brisket left. I asked him. He sent me a picture one day, and I'm like, "What is that? A flank steak?" You know, it's down so much. You know, it's like this little oval of the thing, and I'm like, I know he told me about a brisket, but maybe it's like a flank steak. Maybe he's switching it up on me. I don't know.
It was a terrible angle.
Yeah,
It took a terrible angle. It was all about the angle.
it was
It's all about
bad
the
lighting, I know.
Yeah.
I trimmed. Hey,
Oh my God.
I saw one and I was like, because I'm still new, and I was like, I saw one. I was like, all right, I saw somebody like just bury this thing down. So I took every piece of fat off the flat and everything, man. There was no fat cap on it, and it still cooked out nice though. It turned out real nice, but I think I took it. I think it was like an act of God that got me through to that one. I think it was actually just God Himself that got me the result of that brisket, because it was nothing that I did.
Yeah, moment of silence.
Now,
for that brisket.
let's. Now, do you do anything with the fat?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I threw it in my lodge cast iron, rendered it down, and then drained it, and then kept all the tallow.
Yeah.
And then I actually
two briskets the other day, and I got them. That's what I'm gonna do.
Thanks to Doobie, like I've learned to, like every other cook or two cooks, take your beef tallow and pour it over your smoker, and recoat it and shine it down, and keeps all the rust and stuff like that off of it. So that's a
like
tip.
You have like an offset smoker,
Yeah.
Oklahoma Joe.
Yeah, I got the Okie.
If I poured that all over my egg, it's not going to work out so well.
No. It's gonna have a hell of a shine to it. It's gonna have a hell of a shine. Don't put it on that blue one.
Sliding.
Oh man,
Doobie, you missed it. He's got one of the 149 blue green eggs when they did a limited run in like 99. Yeah,
that's sweet.
And he said if you shotgun another beer, he's going to smoke a hot dog on it this weekend for his first ever cook.
Oh,
isn't that right, Ron?
That's my blue big green egg right there. Yeah, sure. No. He's trying. Doobie, you weren't here. The whole thing is they made a really limited edition run of them, and if anything breaks on it, you're done. You can't replace it. He's trying to get me to cook on it. I've never cooked on it once, so now he's trying to get me to cook on it.
One piece of charcoal for a hot dog. I'm not asking for a lot.
I mean, if you're not gonna cook on it, you need to build like a trophy case or something.
It's pretty much what it's in. Kind of. It just kind of sits there, not being used at all.
That thing looks clean though. He polishes that thing. You can tell.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Wax off.
That's right.
Hey, this girl brisket fat for sausage. Yeah. The brisket fat for sausage is also. Yep. And actually, Sausage Sensei last week that he was on Bill Dumas, man, he was awesome, freaking awesome. He was laying out some secrets of using beef fat in his chicken broth. Remember that one, Doobie? His chicken sausage.
Yeah, his chicken sausage. He was saying
that was his little
deckle fat is like one of the tricks he uses to keep his chicken sausage moist.
Wow, that's cool. Wow, yeah.
The things people we have no business talking to. Amazing. What's that?
So to make the tallow, what'd you say? You put it in a Dutch oven, like your cast iron Dutch oven, or?
Yeah, in the lodge cast iron. Put the lid on it. Just throw it close to the smoker box, and then that Dutch, and then the cast iron retains the heat and kind of helps. You don't waste any energy, and it just boils and simmers in there, and then just pour it through a really fine screen drain thing,
like a cheesecloth.
Yeah, something like that.
I've never made it. I got two
bags
full of fat right now.
No, it's literally that easy. It's just throw it in there and throw it on heat and forget about it.
If you're not trying to do anything afterward, I mean, that's all you have to do. There's a way you could like cut it up and you can make like beef chicharrones with it. Like if you dice it all up. But it's not very meaty and the meat's kind of real gristly sometimes. So you're better off just it out,
But also sometimes if you cook it long enough, you can kind of make beef cracklings with some of the thinner, smaller pieces of fat because it just cooks in its own beef fat. So I don't know if you've had pork cracklings, and then I don't know, Doobie, you might think this is disgusting, but I've ate a couple of the crispier pieces of fat that were boiling in that their own fat. And it's just like a beef crackling. It's like a beef frying, man. So that would even end up being a nice little treat too sometimes.
So you cook it at a good enough temperature where it actually will come to a boil. I've never made it. That's why I saved all the fat.
You don't have to
250 or something like that.
You don't have to bring it to a boil. I just that's about the only spot I got left. When I fire up the smoker, the only space I got left is by the heater box. So that's where. So everything else, there's meat and protein everywhere else. So the Dutch oven goes close to the firebox.
I just know I don't want to do it inside. Everybody said, "Man, you want to stink up your house? Make some tallow inside."
Yeah,
it'll smell like beef for weeks for sure.
Now I will say,
no thanks.
That beef tallow, when you like fry a burger, eggs, like anything that you do cast iron, instead of bacon grease or even sometimes instead of butter, you put a scoop of that. And this Grubs put us on this one. Like now, when you cook with good like filtered beef tallow, there's an aroma to it that is second to none. I mean, it is.
Yeah.
It is. You cook a burger on it, like even veggies or potatoes. You cook some cast iron potatoes with beef tallow. Whoo, that's good stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I've cooked say like a couple of times I've gotten a piece of A5, and I cook that in the cast iron, and all that Wagyu fat that comes out of there. I throw some sliced up potatoes in there or chunks of potatoes in there, and cook them up in that. Wow, man.
Yeah,
same
thing.
I'm sure Jay Wrigley, pork fat.
Tastes as good as the Wagyu fat does. You know, like the Wagyu fat has its own flavor. It's like you have the meat that's awesome, and then the Wagyu fat comes in, and it's like kind of nutty and sweet, and like it's and it's just fat, you know. But it's got so much depth for being just fat. You know?
Yeah, my belt hates me.
Hey, if you want some high-end beef fat to render down, everybody make sure you go to fricksonfamilyfarms.com and get some of the highest quality beef there is. Doobie, we got a hanger steak from them, man. That's going to be exciting.
Yeah, I'm ready for that one.
So, Ron, we're going to start the after. Yeah, what do you do? Yeah, Doobie, tell about your smoker here before we go to the after party. Yep, he asked about your smoker.
What kind of smoke? What do you smoke? What do you cook on?
Oh, I got a TMG Copperhead 72. Yeah,
nice.
I can probably.
This thing's epic. It's worth checking out, Ron. This thing is badass. This thing is sick.
It looks just like him. Oh, that's
yeah. That's it. Hey, right there it is. The TMG himself.
Camera, front camera, back camera.
Oh, okay, there he is. Ooh.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's a little dirty right now.
Yeah,
but
I'm coming to Albuquerque.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
It's a party every Saturday at High and Dry. We throw down for sure.
That's real cool. Nice.
All right. Well, hey, we got a thing of first here tonight for the launch the after party. We got our man Johnsy in, who's recently switched. Erica Savala says, nice. She knows quality when she sees it. I can tell you that much.
Hey, can I throw a plug in real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, if you're on here, you want to check out what I'm doing, my name is right there. That's my Instagram handle, CaptainRon302. Hit me up on there. If you have any questions about big green eggs or anything like that, man, I love sharing a thimble full of knowledge that I have. I'm always happy to answer questions and help anybody out at all. So, and also check out the Fogo Charcoal YouTube channel.
And also, hey, and they're awesome videos. Hey, Ron seriously does an awesome job. But without a beard, and this is awesome, for the first time ever that we've ever known, this guy does not have a beard. And he went with the Raleigh fingers. He had to shave it for work, but he still looks awesome. Out of Turlock, California, Johnsy. Look at this! Oh, there it is! Look at him! Big screen! Screen! Look at this! Oh, look how cute he is! Look how cute!
You know, you gotta
look at this guy! Look at this guy! Oh man!
Did you take my stapler?
Oh man, he's gonna burn this place to the ground. I swear to God, he will.
I'm about to burn this place down.
It's a rich surfplane.
Hey, I look exactly like Milton. That is not good.
Oh no, Doobie, why did you do that to me? Oh my God. I don't know where to go from there. I really don't
either.
Like normally I'm not speechless, but in this moment. So Johnsy, how was your week? anything new happened in your life? Anything? Yeah, I mean,
yeah. It's been years too, so it's different.
You gotta get some sun. You gotta get your face looking like Captain Ron level.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
hey, every once in a while the breeze will come by and I'm like, what the? Oh yeah.
Hey, Captain Ron, Tina had a good question over here. How did you get the name Captain?
Okay, so a number of years ago, there was a movie called Captain Ron, but then I got myself a fishing boat. It was a Wellcraft Scarab. It was a 30-foot. It was called a Wellcraft Scarab 302. So my buddies all started calling me Captain Ron, and then I needed to come up with like an email handle or something like that. So it was Captain Ron 302, and it just sort of stuck like that. And everybody just started calling me Captain. I'm like, well, I guess I got to kind of stick with that then, you know? So that's how it happened.
Womp womp.
Yeah, I know. I wish I had a better story. So I was in a bar one night, right?
And this lady said, "Oh, Captain, my Captain," and she was on the cover of Sports Illustrated swimsuit.
Right, you know? Yeah. I know. I'm always like, I gotta come up with a better story for that, man. But that's what it is.
Hey, that's why we know you're honest. Hey, let's go, Ron.
Yeah,
let's go, Ron.
Great.
So, so you got the German name. No, he got. Oh, man, my bad. Hey, Salty, I got a BGE question. All right, ask away. Oh
boy.
Now you said you're from like the German heritage. So are you a big brat guy? You a big like a casing guy? I mean, like the Bavarian like meat, ham. Like, I mean, what are we doing?
I'm not overly big on brats themselves, you know. But I've done them. I just started doing them in the beer bath with onions in them and stuff like that. Now that's pretty damn good. It's pretty tough to beat that, you know. But I like some of the more peculiar German sausages. They make like a white one. There's all these different kind of wursts that they make, you know. And some of the odd ones I never heard of before. That's the kind of stuff that I really like. Something that's a little bit not so, I don't want to say mainstream, you know. But that's the kind of stuff that I've gotten into, you know. But I like to make some weird things like that my grandma made, you know, that is not really the recipe that's traditional that they use, but it's where from the town that she came from. That's where they made it there, you know, so that kind of stuff is good. So.
Okay. All right.
That probably
Johnsy,
probably didn't answer your question.
No, it did. No, I was just curious, like, if it had, like, a big, everyone's like, oh, where I come from, my family's got rich, and, like, you watch every cooking show, and they're like, well, I had, like, 1/32 German in me, so I really wanted to bring out this German heritage in this dish.
I knew a German guy in college once, so.
we made it. I ate a schnitzel once. Something like that. Yeah. So, Johnsy, as you take your drag up there, you've been watching for a second on the show here. Any questions that you have for Captain Ron that maybe we look back? We had a lot of questions over there tonight. Ron's a popular man. A lot of activity in the chat room tonight.
What's the one thing that you feel you struggle the most with cooking?
One thing I struggle the most with cooking. What to cook next? No, you know, it's funny because what I find is that every time that I think I've got something, I'm like, okay, good, I finally got this down pat. My next one out of the gate is like I've never ever cooked or lit a piece of charcoal before in my life, you know. So it's usually whatever I feel the most comfortable with. That's the one I'm usually gonna have a problem with, and I don't know why that happens, but it happens quite a bit. You know.
What are you most comfortable with right now?
Well, let's see. Have you ever cooked a tri-tip like a brisket?
Yes.
I want to do that. That's my next move.
Yes. I didn't cook it all the way to 200. I cooked one up to like 175.
Yeah.
No. Is that cooking right now?
That's cooking right now.
Oh, you mean to tell me we've been in this show for an hour and 8 minutes, and he just now brings up that he's got a tri-tip on. I think we should be offended, folks.
Tony, no, he's a professional. He knows what he's doing.
How did you not ask him if he was cooking?
I guess that. I mean, that's true. Damn it, Doobie. Well, go back to not being on here. Call me out, man. Like life was better when you weren't on here, man.
So Ron. Are you cooking it just to eat it sliced like that, or are you cooking it for like? Okay, I know a guy who does it like that for Philly cheese.
Ooh, I like that idea. I like that idea a lot. Mm-hmm. See, that one went in the bank there, Jonesy. Thanks.
Yeah. Hey, it's all in the stash. They didn't shave the stash, so he's still got all the brains.
Yeah.
That's all in the stack.
Hey,
Hey,
never done it. I know
Salty
it's sacrilege out on the West Coast. I know it's sacrilege out there on the West Coast, but if you haven't cooked a tri-tip like a brisket, just try it once. It's freaking delicious. Got to get the tri-tip with the fat cap on it, though.
Yeah, I'm not one of those. I mean, trust, I love cooking tri-tips to 135, but I'm not a, no. I'll eat it however. If it's good that way, I want to try it.
Yeah, nice smoke ring. Oh, so good. He struggles with the most with cats. Ninja. Ay. This guy.
disgusting.
There's something wrong with him.
Disgusting, he says.
Yeah, it means he comes to my house, all he does is play with my cats. That's not like code for anything weird. Don't worry.
I was gonna say, where are we going with this one? But
After this show, it'll probably be code for something.
Yeah, Jose walked in. There were 2 cats. Like, where's this story going? Like,
there's your Captain Ron. That's the spice to it. Yeah, I walked to the bar with all my cats.
Oh shit, man!
What's your favorite way to cook a pork butt, Captain Ron?
My favorite. Actually, I just did it for the first time. So you cook your pork butt and then you wrap it in foil, right? I mean that's kind of the tried true way. So what I did last week is I took a clay pot and I put a rack over it. I cooked my pork butt over that, which is not anything to do. But then instead of wrapping it, I just dropped it down in the pot and just covered the pot with foil. So all those juices you got every single drop of juice from the entire cook, from the beginning, from the smoking section, all the way through the end, man. And it was freaking juicy as can be, and it was so damn good. I'll tell you what, that's my new way of doing pork butt every time.
That's nuts. I just did that, and I'm going to cook a pork butt as soon as we get off of here the exact same way. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
I love this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, we do too. Hey, we bring him around. Yeah, all the time. We love this guy.
What are you cooking on, Johnsy? What are you cooking on?
I'm gonna overnight it on a Traeger, a pellet grill.
Nice.
But I have a Weber and an offset, just a backyard offset.
Cool. Yeah, very cool.
I really like the eggs, though. I really like the eggs.
I do too, and everything has its own purpose. I cooked in an event at an Ace Hardware the other day. It was Traeger Day, and they just had grill day. So I was there with my green eggs, and like that. A buddy of mine came out and he wanted to buy a grill, and I know the guy. He's not a big green egg guy. He doesn't want to go through doing the charcoal. He said, "What's yours?" He bought a Traeger, so I told him, I said, "You want to come home from work? You want to turn it on? You want to cook? Get yourself a Traeger." Everything has their purpose. I'm not one of those grill snobs. You're cooking on an egg or you're wrong. Yeah. I think it's the best. And for me, it's great. But man, cook on. I'm always curious to know what people are cooking on, because I think it's awesome that look. Here's 4 of us, right? We all love to cook the same kind of thing. We all cook on something different. That's freaking cool to me,
Yep.
Yeah, a bunch of my buddies, they're like, "Oh, now that you got that pellet grill, that's all you're gonna ever use." I actually still cook on my Weber kettle the absolute most.
Sure.
So
who cares?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, at the end of the day, people forget barbecue is about getting together as a community and having a good time. So,
boom.
Yeah, I mean that's
exactly.
it. I mean, people are like, "Oh, Traeger." Like, who gives a rat's ass? Like, I mean, just grab a damn cerveza, grab some Cleveland whiskey, name drop, and have yourself a damn good time. Yeah, they're having a damn good time. Doobie, he's going to be in and out here. He has to get ready for overnight, and the trigger is cheating. Oh, Jose comes in.
Hey, now listen.
Not everybody's got the nice little Argentine pulley grills. What is he? Gaucho.
Yeah.
Gaucho. He's a Gaucho guy.
Yeah.
He's a Gaucho guy.
So I just got the last few pieces of steel to build myself a little open fire cook station. So that's coming. But number 2, this is what Ron and I just mentioned about pork butts. This is my other secret. I throw it in the pellet grill overnight at like 180, 190. So it just blasts that thing with smoke flavor. Like my smoke ring was probably at least a half an inch thick, at least. And it'll never power through the stall completely at that temperature because it's only like 20 degrees away. So I'll wake up in the morning and it builds crazy bark because it's sitting up above any juices. It's not wrapped. And then I'll crank it up to 250. And as soon as it's when it hits like 180, middle 170s, I drop it down in that juice, and I just tinted it with foil because I'm a big bark guy. I love crunchy bits, and I will never do a pork butt any other way. It's ridiculous.
Kale, yeah.
Let me ask you this: do you use a binder on your pork butts?
Yeah, it just honestly depends. Sometimes I use mustard. Sometimes I use hot sauce. Sometimes I just go with nothing.
Mayo. Try
really?
mayo.
I've seen that a lot.
You like a crispy bark? You like a crispy bark? Try mayo. You'll get a super crispy bark.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
You think about it. I mean, it's made up of fats. That's
oil
what mayo is made of.
Oil and vinegar and some egg whites, I think, right?
Yeah.
How do they brown bread?
Killer binder.
Yeah, that's a good. Yep. Okay.
See, I've always let the meat be the binder.
I do that a lot too, but every once in a while, it just like, I don't know, I throw on the mustard I just feel like doing the classic barbecue thing, I guess. But Masshole, what's up, buddy?
Masshole.
Yeah, solid. I just did one with mayo. Awesome. There we go. Yeah, Curse Prouty. Kale, yeah, he was there.
All right, I'll try it on this one tonight. I'm gonna.
All right, we're influencing Johnsy. We just got him to change his perfectly good recipe, and that's the barbecue.
No. He's not changing it.
It's never perfect, and it's always open to change. That's the best. That's the second best thing about barbecue.
No, you know what's perfect? You know what? The mustache. That's what's perfect. Don't come at me.
Get out of here. Oh man.
You know what though? To me, it's like what you just said there. That's absolutely true. You know, I always want to be able to learn more. I always want to improve. I always want to get better, you know, and if you don't try new things, you know, people are like, oh, I do this the same exactly every time. Listen, you find something you love and you're great, but I want to be open to try some new things. Because if I wasn't, I wouldn't have half the little tricks in my toolbox that I have. Because man, you know, if we all did it exactly the same, it'd be kind of boring, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm. It would be. I've never followed a recipe verbatim. That's why I hate baking. Like, it's too strict. Like, you know, like why can't I do 2 3/4 cup of flour? I don't want to do that much flour.
Oh.
I'm trying to watch my girl's figure, but then it's like my biscuits are like flatter like this. Like, all right, well, them biscuits flopped, literally, you know, and, you know, but yeah, I got to be able to freelance and everything like that. And I'm a little bit of an asshole, as my wife would describe certain people. It's like I asked the question and I want to hear her answer. But I'm going to change that answer to fit my way of cooking. And it makes it like, all right, thank you. But I want to all right, yeah, that's cool. But I want to do this. They're like, why the hell did you even ask me? Like, well, I needed to know how to get it. You're like John Stockton. You were the assist guy. Thanks for dishing it out there.
Has something to do with being men, I believe.
It's like, hey, what's your favorite oil to put in grouper? Like, oh, garlic infused oil. But yeah, wouldn't it be really great with like cilantro lime? Like,
I think it would be better with cilantro lime, though.
It probably would be on some grouper or something like that. Or them strawberry grouper that Ron had the other day.
Oh, that's right, man. Man, they were good. Man,
look, dude, when you pulled that skin back and it was like that white fish side there, I was like, that looks money. That's real good.
Yeah, that was the first time I ever did that. I was really happy with the way that came out, for sure.
Oh man!
But
John's
I hate to say this, man, but I kind of got to roll out of here.
Yeah, I was going to say last. John's, any more questions for Captain Ron here before we shut her down?
What's the next big thing you got going? Cook or comp or something?
That's a good one.
Well,
rolling out the red carpet for you.
Yeah, I don't have any kind of big event or anything like that coming up right now. I know that we are planning. I've been in touch with Green Egg. We are planning Eggtoberfest in Atlanta in October, so we'll be doing that. But other than that, one cool thing is I got to go on a little trip at the Florida Beef Council last week and tour some cattle ranches and stuff like that. So now I'm working with one of the cattle ranches. Actually, this tri-tip is actually from a cow that we saw last week. So that's really pretty bad.
Oh man, never been frozen.
Yeah. No, never been frozen. So they sent me 2 of them doing this one, and I got late, but I'm going to do this one. I'm going to do the other one, like a reverse sear, medium rare, and just kind of put them next to each other and showcase both ways of doing it, you know? So, pretty cool.
Well, hey, Ron, we're going to let you go. Johnsy, thanks for showing up and bringing that beautiful new beardless face of yours into the mix. And, no, Captain Ron, seriously, thank you for coming on here tonight, man. I'm so glad it worked out where you could get on here with us and hang out. I knew you had a beautiful brain, and I'm glad you got to showcase that here tonight with us. And forever, you are part of the Dude Network. Dudes and dudettes, to a good weekend ahead of you. May the smoke be with you to round out this May. All right, everybody. Cheers. Salute. Nostrovia.
Hey, thanks so much for having me.
Thank you, Ron. All right, we'll see you guys. Ron.